What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time we are doing the infamous God Almighty Tupac Shakur. I had to laugh. Obviously, he's not God, but he's the GOAT. So, as always, this is a legend, and for what? For entertainment purposes only. Exactly, besties. There are literally zero facts here. It is just opinions. But in today's reading, we are going to dive into what happened. Moving forward, guys, I'm gonna have to be very careful with the words I use, which is just so the epitome of eye roll. God bless America, freedom of speech, where to go. But anyway, so moving forward, just put the pieces together, pick up what I'm putting down, and if you don't get it, ask somebody in the comments. But I feel like I tiptoed all the way. Yeah, I can't. Anyway, so in today's reading, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at why we no longer have Tupac anymore. And honestly, I'm going to need y'all in the comments. All the people that did the research back when this happened and yada yada, because what I got versus what I expected were two very different things. So anybody that is familiar with this and did the research back in the day, if you could let me know down in the comments what I'm picking up on per usual, because it's like, what? But anyway, as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page, and it's how I can continue to keep doing this. What is up to my besties? Hi, regulars. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Friday, or just a decent one. I mean, you don't got to go to work tomorrow for most of you, so that's cool, right? But without further ado, if you guys are looking to book a personal reading with me, you can book through my website in the description box. Everything you need all the time, everywhere is where? It's in the description box. The decks that I use, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the information, the flowers, all of it in the description box below. But without further ado, besties, you're just going to have to watch the reading because I need to be careful with what the hell I say. So, all alleged, no facts. If you enjoy this reading, share it with your friends, comment down below. But without further ado, you're just going to have to find out what's in the reading. So, let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at everything Tupac. As always, this is a legend and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Just my psychic opinion based on some cards, okay? Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. And as always, fill in the gaps for me for any people that really followed this back in the day. Anyway, let's get into it. Son of a bitch. Yep, that's what I thought. I kept hearing industry war in my head. Now I'm hearing politics. And I'm seeing an eye roll. I'm being drawn to how this card always reminds me, like it seems like there's an Ace of Swords on here, and so it's reminding me of the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is like a silencing. I feel like he was silenced because in a world that we were in, / still kind of are, only worse, it doesn't benefit the powers that be for you to have somebody who's going to go against the grain. Because I'm almost seeing him, and it's like he's showing me that there's two paths, right? And I'm hearing I walk a lonely road, the only road that I will ever know. But I'm seeing two paths, and it's like, how do I merge the two? It's almost like, I almost wonder if there's like a, okay, I'm getting something, hold on. His mom was a Black Panther, right? Why does it feel like it's my mom's world is interfering with my own? Wasn't she fighting against the system? It's almost like my mom's life is interfering with my ability to do what I gotta do. There's something here with the mom. I definitely think there is a snake in the grass around, because when I keep being drawn a 4, it reminds me of home. So places he was familiar with. And this is giving me, this is a woman. Wasn't he in a relationship? Why did I just hear final blow? I keep hearing the song, You'll Never See Me Again, and No One's Gonna Cry For You. Is it possible that his girlfriend was a setup? Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song Setup, that's a punchline for whatever. I think it's Nicki or something. Yeah, it's Nicki with Drake and all that song. It's called Only. I keep hearing Setup. And I'm being drawn to the fact that she's a female. Could a woman have set him up? Holy shit. Something just shook my fucking house when I said that. There's a woman that's a snake in his group. I can't get that out of my mind. There's a woman that's a snake. He had a girlfriend, right? I wrote it down. I actually wrote it down, y'all. I don't know if it's his current girlfriend. We're going to have to look into it. But it seems like there's a woman in his camp that's a snake. They're trying to silence him with Is This Me in the reverse. There's people that he's close to that he shouldn't be close to with the 4. And then the 4 goes in reverse. So it's giving me 4 of Wands, but it's in the reverse. So it's like, who's in my group that should not be in my group, that should be ousted. And then Downcast Pride, it's like shame for what I haven't completed. I keep being drawn to songs like right now I'm hearing a song, something about a man, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. I know you're fed up, ladies, keep your head up. Okay. I'm seeing like a duality here. I mean, he's a Gemini, so that's not shocking. But there's an energy where he's like, fuck the system, fuck how we're treating our people of color. But then there's another avenue where it's like, but I'm getting lost in the sauce is what I'm hearing. I'm getting lost in the sauce. So I feel like there's a mixture here where it was like, he wanted to be someone who went against the grain, against the system, but it's almost like I got swept away by the oohs and ahs, the shinies, because I'm being drawn to like how Bieber on that interview was like, I want girls and cars and fame. It's like, I feel like he kind of got swept up in that and lost sight of what, it's almost like I'm so consumed in what I'm hearing is all the ghetto, where it's like, I have to put on a front for the label. I have to put on a front and pretend to be this tough guy. But it's almost like he's at a war with himself because it's like, I want to write music that inspires people. But at the same, this is giving me Kanye vibes. Like Gemini, not shocked. But it's just like, he's trying to find the right balance for him where he can speak his truth. But then he's like getting lost in the sauce. And that's when I keep being drawn back to this chick. Was his girlfriend a setup? Because isn't there like, I have in my notes that her father's a record producer. I don't know. Something's up with the girlfriend. I'm going to be honest. Something doesn't feel right. I'm going to pull clarifying cards. Hold on. Yeah, fragmentation. He didn't have control. He didn't have control, so it's like I got to do a mixture. I'm being so drawn to Kanye and how Kanye can do this like profound music, but then he gets really fucking weird and does weird shit. It's kind of giving me that. It's almost like the weird shit that I do, the stuff that doesn't seem like me, is because I'm not pulling the strings. But the stuff that does seem like me was what got me in trouble. They didn't want... Look at this gluttony card. Someone was jealous, but it feels more like, I know y'all are waiting for me to be like, Diddy, Diddy, Diddy. I hear you. But this feels deeper than that. Because this is like, I just keep hearing industry war. And with this gluttony card, it's almost like he's got too big for his britches. We need to send a message. Did they try to go after him before this? Like, I know, this is what I need to do research. I watched like somebody's documentary, like some other YouTuber's documentary that was like 20 minutes long to give me a summary. And I know that he's gotten shot before. I almost wonder, is it possible the last time that he was shot and survived that was a setup too? Because it's almost giving me like warning shot. It's almost giving me like, you know what I'm seeing is like two industries feuding. And then I'm seeing puppet strings on both of them. And then I'm seeing someone at the top that's like faded out that I can't see. I almost wonder if these fucking weirdos up top like spiritually cloak themselves so that psychics and stuff can't see them. But whatever, semantics. Now I'm hearing the song If I Ruled the World. I almost feel like someone up top thought he was too powerful. This is giving me like what we're living in now, where if you got something to say, chances are you're going to get quieted. Like, that's the vibe of this. It's like, you think I was in control, but not really. Temple in my body. Someone else is calling the shots. Fragmentation, so I'm playing two characters at once, who I really am and who they want me to be. And with envious gluttony in the reverse, this is people that we don't know because it's blocked. So it's a blocked energy, which is giving me somebody up top calling the shots that we don't even know about. Because I just keep seeing, like, they're showing it to me in, like, you know, red and blue, the two feuding in the rap industry, if you know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to say any trigger words anymore because I keep getting in trouble. But it's like there's these two groups that are feuding because they, you know, think bandanas and colors. But what I'm actually seeing is I'm bumping shit. I'm seeing puppet strings on them, and then I'm seeing someone in a suit, and it's like I can't see their face. So it's almost like I feel like it was a call from the top, but we're going to place it on a black guy. So obviously whoever like did the crime was, you know, we'll look into it, but it's almost like the person that took the shot just picked up a call and was told to take the shot. And it's not someone in the groups. It's someone higher up. It's almost like, I feel like I'm almost getting it. Is it possible that, because I'm seeing his mom shake hands with like a politician, but it's not giving me like, it's a specific politician. It's trying to get me to realize that she knew people. Did she know people? Like, did she have like problems with politicians and they could have went for her son or something like that? Because it's giving me the vibe of like, there's something going on here with the mom knowing people, but then there's also something about, you know, like East Coast, West Coast, but also like, you know, the things that I mentioned with the blue and red. But there's somebody up top calling the shots. So they're not even really that big into feuding each other. It's someone else that's making money from it. We're going to have to get into the cards to find out. Because Peaceful Among Thorns is like, I know what's going on. I'm trying to find a healthy balance where I can spread my message of peace and love, but also act a little crazy because I'm getting swept up in the chaos. Yeah, he felt things, and I think they were not for it. Yep, they were not for it. Blinded to Pain in the reverse, I see the shit that you guys are pulling. And then with Artificial Heart, I'm being drawn to a woman again. Is there any rumors that, like, his girlfriend could have been an op? Allegedly. We're going to look at the cards. I got zodiac signs for most of these people. I'm actually prepared a little bit. So we're going to look into the cards and find out what we need to, you know, about Tupac. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at the tarot and see what information we can get about Tupac and his final days. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, we would love to have you. Please consider subscribing and joining our little bestie clan. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. This was definitely about money. Allegedly. Okay. Okay. I might sound whacked out here. Is it possible that the father of the girlfriend was involved, allegedly? Because I looked up the signs this time, y'all. I was ready. Because this is like bad opportunity. Everything that I wished for my career, my future endeavors. This is a callous, cold human being that's a man, and he's a water sign. Well, Quincy Jones is a Pisces. Look it up. Look who he is. You're going to have to look these names up. I got to be careful. Temperance is a card about gossip, and with Knight of Pentacles next to it, that's emotional maturity. So it's almost giving me the vibe of like telling secrets about where he's headed in life to the wrong person and people. And notice how in the gossip card there's a female. I don't know if it was intentional, but no, because the moment I said that I heard op. Why do I feel like his girlfriend is involved somehow? Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Separation. Was he gonna leave her? Or did he want to? Oh, love when I get a money card when I'm asking about the final day. This is giving me the vibe of... Oh, fuck. All right, I gotta stop pussyfooting around this. I'm just being careful not to say trigger words. So, King and Queen of Cups is usually like a couple. But for this, considering that I got the father that time, this is giving me like father-daughter. Daughter, separation. Why? We gotta stop projects from coming out. Detach. This is giving me the vibe that he wasn't following the rules about what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do. I almost wonder if he had a deal where it was like, you can say some things about like a call to revolution, but you can't go too far because you're too much, like, it's giving me too much power. You're too powerful. I don't like that. It's like you're fucking up the status quo is what I'm hearing. And with the Ace of Pentacles, with the Devil card in reverse, it's like someone in the back end that's calling the shots. Because look, first of all, it's a female. But she's calling the shots. These people have no choice. They're chained up. This is giving me culty energy, doesn't it, kind of? Anyway. There's someone on the back end that made a call to make this happen. Allegedly. No facts here. That Ace of Pentacles is very telling to me. This is giving me like quiet hush money. Like, I'm going to send you this money here and you because he's getting too big for his britches with that Page of Pentacles in reverse. He's growing. People are listening to him. I think he would have made real world revolutions. Like, and I think they knew that. Especially seeing the owl card that's like extra sensory. It's seeing things from a bird's eye view. It's understanding that it's bigger than this. And I feel like they knew where he was headed. And it's like, we can't have that happen because if that's the case, the people won't be like this anymore. They'll be free. They'll probably, you know what it's giving me? It's like he would have had the energy to have someone else like storm the Capitol or something like that. It was like, you have too much power. You need to go. That's the vibe. And so you got to be cut off. And I'm just keeping drawn to all this feminine energy. Is it possible his girlfriend is not actually... Like, you could love someone but also still be hired to love them. Because I keep being drawn to movies like, what's it called? Failure to Launch, where she's hired by the parents to make that guy grow up. But it's kind of making me realize that she was hired by parents. But I feel like she was hired by her own parent. Issues with the details. Yeah, contract. Oh my God, that's right. Didn't he want to leave Death Row Records or something like that and go on his own or something? This is like you're getting too powerful. Why am I being drawn to... Was Suge Knight involved? Let me pull more. Do I have his birthday on here? Yes, I do. Friction between two people. Okay. Outside factors. I asked if I had Suge's... And it's, yeah, he's an Aries. This is fucking Suge. Did he make the call? This feels... Y'all, this does not seem black and white to me. This feels intricate. This feels like there's many people around him. Maybe 3. At least. That aren't really on his side. It's almost like I got snakes in the grass. It's like my friends are not my friends. It's like we've seen in this industry all the time. He's got rats. He's got people that don't... I think there's a... That's Suge. That's Suge Knight. Issues with the detail. Me wanting to get out of a contract. Friction between two people. On the outside, this is Suge. Wasn't Suge in the car? Is it possible that Suge knew and, like, led him to it? I need to get more information on Suge. Hold up. Wait, regrets. Hold on. Vulnerability. This is almost like... this is almost like setting him up, but not wanting it to get as far as it did. This is almost like if someone reached out to Suge and was like, we need to take him out, and it was like, it almost feels like Suge didn't want him gone. He wanted him scared so that he'd stay. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I Want You to Stay. So I feel like, if anything, Suge might have put him into problematic situations to scare him so that he wouldn't leave. But it's almost like, with that Ace of Swords in reverse, it's almost like Suge still wanted him under his control, so why would he want him dead? That's the vibe. It's almost like I thought this would... Because you know how I'm being drawn to the fact that he apparently got shot before? It's kind of giving me the vibe of like, oh, he'll survive this too. At least from Suge's perspective. It's like, oh, he'll survive this, and then he'll be scared, and then he'll need me because I had his back. It's almost like making the call, and you don't even realize that he's the bad guy because he's the one defending you during it, but it's to make you look like you're loyal. Does that make sense? So, like, Suge was the one, like, with him that day, right, when it happened. It's giving me the vibe of, like, either I know about the situation, someone's made a call, and it's trickled down to me, and I'm not going to stop this because it could potentially scare him, and then he'll see that I'm on his side, and then he'll stay with me. He'll stay with Death Row. So I feel like Suge was in on it, but I think he didn't want him to be gone, though. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like Stockholmy. Like, you know how, you ever see those horror movies where, like, the boyfriend's trying to protect, like, the girlfriend from a stalker, but he's setting up the stalking so that she feels like a fake sense of safety with him, but in reality it wouldn't have happened if he didn't exist. It's giving me that type of vibe. Like, I knew what was going on. I probably could have told you to put on the vest because I'm being drawn to how he's wearing a vest, and I remember how they said Tupac wasn't wearing one. It's giving me the vibe of, like, I could have told him to put on a vest, but this is almost like, I keep hearing the song Kill Shot. It's like, I think Suge wanted him scared, not dead. Allegedly. Because this is like, I know your vulnerabilities, and I need you for internet. I need you for while we transition forward. You can't go. There's a lot of moving parts. This is not black and white. King of Swords. Everybody knows it. That guy is a master manipulator. And the Death card. I'm hearing family friend. Family friend. This seems complicated. There's a head guy who made the call, but then there's other people that want him gone, and then there's people that are like, yeah, let's do it because let's do it so that scare tactic, and then you got the girlfriend who seems like she's a paid op. There's a lot going on here. I expected this to be a little more cut and dry. My apologies. Okay, so ironically, the King of Swords it's not the guy who's arrested, Keefe. It's not him. It's not Biggie. It feels like someone of high authority that's like, we need to silence him. He's going to affect the family, the unit. He's going to inspire people. Because I'm being drawn to the rainbow. It's like, we can't have that happen. He's getting too big for his britches is what I keep hearing. And then with the Death card, I mean, that's literal. Using your vulnerabilities. Everyone knew. People knew. I think people still know. I think they're just not... I think they're afraid to talk about it because it wouldn't shock me if a lot of them don't even know where the call came from. They just know it's high, high up. Because it's giving me like... The problem I'm having is there's too many people involved in this. There's too many people that knew what was going to happen. There's too many people that know what happened. So it's almost like... How do I break this down, Spirit? It feels like the girlfriend was hired. It feels like there's something to do with the father, Quincy, because he showed up right in the beginning. I feel like Quincy might have a tie to politics. Because it's almost, there's so many moving parts. There's so many people that were gunning for him that I think that's why I'm getting a headache from this. The girlfriend's not a real girlfriend. She I think she was hired by her father. You know why? I'm being drawn to Hailey Bieber. Yeah, with her fucking dad. Yep, the father hired the girlfriend to be with Tupac. There is Suge that wanted him scared, not gone, but he knew what was going on. And it's almost like these two groups that I'm seeing, some of them know that there's someone at the top pulling the strings. And whoever that is, I just keep seeing like politician. Politician. It's almost like the politicians have infiltrated the gangs. That sounds nuts, but that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like they help keep the beef going because it like lines their pockets. Isn't there like a conspiracy that the 3-letter alphabet, I'm going to use fucking loser words because I can't, but isn't there a rumor that like 3-letter alphabets put Coca-Cola into suburban populations? Like they make money from it, but it's also like to hurt the suburban population. That's the vibe it's giving me. It's like there are politicians moving this. I feel like Suge knows. Suge knows. You know what I'm seeing is my scene from Little Black Book where she's like, everybody knows. And she's bugging out because she just found out that everyone knows. It's almost like on the other side, he realized that everyone knows. 9 of Wands, feeling defeated. Greed, taking you out. I'm also being drawn to how the sales spiked. Oh my God, that's why this is so fucking complex. I just heard, well, if he dies, the sales will go up. I don't know that this was meant to be a kill shot, allegedly. This is almost like we need to silence him, we need to scare him, but whatever happens, happens. I don't really give a fuck. It's like trying to, you know how like these rappers like be losing their fucking mind and we're like, why? And chances are there's people behind the scenes. It's giving me that. It's like he talked too much. He was headed for some sort of, you know, revolution type of energy. And it's like, I feel like the first time he was bang, bang, it was these people too. I feel like they're warning shots to keep him in line. But the problem was what they didn't expect is after he was shot, he felt invincible. Because I'm seeing Superman in my mind. It's like, you can't get me now. He got a big ego after that. It's reminding me of 50 and how he always brags about how he was shot like 9 times or whatever the hell. It's giving me that. It's like he had a new zest for life after he came out of that. That's not what they expected. They expected him to be afraid. And so it was like, well, what are we going to do? He's getting too big for his britches. This is giving me like, take him out because the album sales will do better. Why do I feel like the record producers are in bed with politicians? That's going to get me hit. That right there alone. There's a lot moving in the background, y'all. Oh my God. I'm seeing like my little sign for there's people up the top, you know, where it's like the food table, the triangle. I'm not trying to do weird Illumin shit. I'm not doing that. It's giving me like there's levels. You know what I mean? Think a pyramid, right? There's a pyramid scheme. Someone's at the top calling all the shots. That's the vibe of this. And I'm being drawn to how his sales shot the fuck up. It's almost like if a politician called Suge and was like, have him be here. Don't let him wear his vest. It's just going to be to scare him. But like little did Suge know it was actually to take him out or something. Like that's kind of the vibe of this. And Suge's like, cool, because if he's scared, then he'll stay with me. And then I could keep making money off of him because he was going to leave death row. So it's like win-win. That's the vibe of this. But there's someone up top calling the shots that we don't know. And I see this when I read deaths like this all the time. Guys, I'm going to be honest. If Diddy is part of this, it's so much bigger than Diddy that he's not even really coming out. Because this seems bigger than that. If Diddy had beef with him, that was one of many. He's not the main contender in this. He is not. I would have felt his energy in that King of Cups. I didn't. I felt the girlfriend's father. This is like, what do we got to do to silence him? But I think there was an argument about like what that means. Because I feel like Suge still wanted to make sales off him. I feel like Suge knows exactly what happened. So what about this Keefe dude then? Did he do anything? If Keefe did, he was just a patsy. It would have been like hired. You know what I mean? It has nothing to there's no beef with that guy. There's nothing, because this seems like it's straight up the pipeline to like main energies that we don't even know about. I mean, are we shocked? Someone with Tupac's power? Not surprising. Yeah, this is like big wigs that we don't know about that are looking at like, all right, he's making a shit ton of money, but at what cost? Because now we have to worry about them coming for us. This is about politics. This is fucking wild. Where's the Hierophant card? Anyway, yeah, this is like all the work that I put in. Everybody's seeing it be rewarded because I'm noticing how the flowers are blooming. And it's like, but that comes at a cost to us. Why do I feel like politicians are in bed with executive producers? Allegedly, no facts here, just my opinion. Just my opinion. No facts. This is weird. This is weird. A halt in progress. There's his girlfriend. Sadness. She was paid. I wonder if she knew how deep this goes. This is almost giving me the vibe of like, maybe she didn't want him gone. Maybe she was just listening to Daddy, and maybe she didn't think it was going to get that bad. But there are too many moving people. There's so many people involved in this. Like at least 3. You got Suge. You got the girlfriend. You got the girlfriend's dad. You got a bigwig that I don't even know who the fuck it is. So that's 4 right there. But it's not giving me Diddy because I'd see him. I don't see him. It's someone we don't know about. I do think she was sad about his death. It's almost like getting hired to date someone and then falling for them. That's the vibe. I almost wonder if she fell for him. So it's like it's kind of fucked, but at the same time, yeah, because I keep being drawn to shows where like they get hired to date somebody, but then they fall for them by accident. Like I'm being drawn to the movie series After, where it's like he gets a dare to date the girl, but he ends up falling in love with her. Like that's the vibe. It's like I got told to do this because I had to, but I knew it was going to happen and it made me sad, but it was always about money. And this is, again, remember how the same suit? So this is giving me the vibe of like Dad, because look at how in this it's her. She's an Aries. That's the girlfriend. But then in this, it's like she has no choice. She's weak. She's out, and some man is holding her. It's giving me the vibe of Daddy. Guys, this is not black and white at all. At all. There is so many moving contenders to this. It's like a group we don't know about. Look at that, the star card's in reverse. These are people we don't know about. Old white men. Every time I look at the Hermit card in this deck, it reminds me of just old white men, like the people that should not be in Earth. Anyway, a little club. But this is also reminding me of the red team, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Think bandanas. Why do I feel like politicians set up these wars between... This is wild. Y'all, I don't know what I expected, but this is not it. This is giving me like, be careful who your friends are, because they're not your friends. Ten of Swords is sabotage self. I think he got really mixed up in like trying to find a balance between live hard. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song work hard, play hard. So it's like, I think he started to fall into the bullshit of the industry. The drinking, the drugging, the parties, the stuff like that. He started to get a little lost. Yeah. This is actually Tupac. He's the Queen of Swords in reverse. He was silenced. He had a message to share and he was going to change the world, and he was silenced. This is not just a gang thing. It's so much deeper than that. Cyclical behavior. Look at this. There's a couple. Eight of Wands, rapid change. How long were they together? This is like sleeping with the bad guy. Not working. Embarrassed. Did they have a fight or something? Because this is like bad communication. This isn't working. My pride's in the way. I almost wonder, because you know what I see is I see his girlfriend making calls to Daddy Dearest. Because I keep being drawn to the father figures. And it's almost like there's the problem that I'm getting is there's a string of people involved in this. It's not just like this one person did it. There's many moving parts. It's almost like there's puppets everywhere. There's ops in every... His friends are not his friends. His family, some of them not his family. Girlfriend, not legit. This is just all like... You got moles everywhere. What I'm seeing right now is like a boat and there's holes all over that boat. And it's like the boat's going to sink because there's too many holes. I can't... But it's more metaphorical because it's like this person's bad, this person's bad, this person's bad. It's like everybody around him. I don't know. Yeah, public perception. This was always what it was about. Here's the Hierophant card. You're not playing by the games. You're not playing by the rules. Predicting heartbreak before it begins. You've got too much power and passion for the public. Judgment card is the last card in the deck. Remember I always say that this always reminds me of the human population sometimes because they be acting like zombies and they're never really present. It's like you're going to make people wake up. We can't have that. You're like the next hero. I just keep being drawn to like Martin Luther King. You're going to change lives. We can't have that. Right now you're still small. You're coming up. We got to make it stop. Predicting heartbreak before it happens. We got to... Yeah. I want to... Yep. Bad work. People that we love. And then this is crooked leadership. So, to answer the very burning question, my answer is a lot of people. A lot of people. I just keep being drawn to that scene from the movie where it's like, everybody knows. I want to pull real quick on Keefe because this doesn't... Keefe didn't even come up and he's in jail right now. So, real quick. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to reshuffle and see what about Keefe? Like, that dude is in jail for it, so what's good? So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Look at how messy this deck is getting. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to vote in community posts, because that's how these videos come to be. Oh, lordy, lord. Yep. No. The father of the girlfriend has ties to people of higher authority. He's a producer. What's hidden is he's got ties to people of authority. Because look, he's ruling over the world, right? Think politics. That's that's Diddy too. Hold on. Work, yeah. If Keefe did it, he was just a hired gun. If he did. I can't tell. It's not... I feel like that's semantics at this point because this is so much deeper than just I got shot. Like, it's a lot deeper than that. It feels like it's a work-related thing. It's definitely got something to do... Where was Diddy during all of this? Like, if Diddy's involved, it feels minuscule compared to... y'all, you know me. Like, I'm not getting Diddy energy. This is weird. I don't know where the whole... If Diddy was against Tupac, he's one of many. So it's really... Like, could he have made the call? Sure, but he got that call from someone else if he did. Diddy's not the end game here. Diddy's not... ground zero. You know what I'm saying? There are layers to this. It's almost like everybody in Tupac's tribe was bad. Because I just see Suge being like, gotta keep him feeling small so that he doesn't leave death row. I see the girlfriend listening to Daddy Dearest. And Daddy, the record producer, has got ties to politics. Allegedly. No facts here. 0 facts. Relationships with others. Ace of Swords. I feel like if he did, he was a hired gun. Because I don't know their story, but this guy just, his energy barely comes up. He is not the point. It's like, you know, like you watch crime shows and someone, you know how like you watch like Law and Order SVU? That one's a really great example because you know they didn't catch the guy in the first half hour. But, you know how it's like they find the shooter and that's good and gravy, except the shooter was hired by somebody. And usually we care about who he was hired by and why, because otherwise that person wouldn't have done the shooting. You see what I'm saying? So my problem is, if Keefe did do it, he doesn't matter. Like, I hate to say it, but he's just what I just heard is a small fish in a big pond. Yeah, because now I'm seeing like a goldfish swimming with a bunch of koi fish. It's like, he's this big compared to everybody else involved in this. If anything, it's like he picked up the phone, got the call, and did it. But honestly, the who of who ended it really doesn't seem to matter. Because it's about who orchestrated this. And this is a big orchestration with a lot of people involved. Why does it seem like Keefe might have regrets? Regrets. Did Keefe like Tupac? This is kind of giving me the vibe of like, I liked you, but you got to do what you got to do. All's fair in love and war is what I heard. I'm telling you, this is all because he was going to make a difference for people of color. It's almost like he was going to lead the revolution so that people of color could fight for themselves and get real, true equality like they should. They knew he was... It's almost like, oh my God, I can't get this out of my head. But again, you know the conspiracy where it's like the 3-letter alphabet people? What I already said, Coca-Cola. It's almost like they even manipulate that. Like why? Okay. The spirit's just going in, so please bear with me here. I know that I'm like mostly white and then a little bit of Hispanic, so I really can't speak for people of color. And anyone that is of color, please feel free to talk in the comments below. Your voice matters way more than mine in this. But it's giving me this vibe of like, there's the powers that be. What I see is them like pushing Coca-Cola and other things into suburban populations so that they think that it's normal to bang bang and, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like the powers that be with that Emperor card do that so that these people that Tupac are speaking on, I'm sorry, I got to be careful with what I say now, they don't elevate. It's almost like, I don't know why, but it almost feels like there's something going on here where like white people in power feel like people of color are incredibly powerful and they don't ever want that to happen, because it's almost like, you know how if you're a narcissist, you're going to project on everybody else that they're a narcissist because you're afraid of getting your power taken away? It's kind of giving me that same type of vibe. It's like people of color are too powerful. When they talk, when they speak, they're too powerful. So what do? Send a bunch of Coca-Cola under the guise of, yeah, this is normal so that you guys don't elevate. Like, that's the vibe. I feel like Tupac knew, or at least he had an inkling because who his mom was. There's so much going on here. Ace of Cups is a loving bond, though. It's almost like if Keefe did, then it was just because a call was made and he had no choice. Because, I mean, 9 of Swords right next to the Ace of Cups is like a loving bond and, oh shit, what did I do? But Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, I have to get out of this. There's no way. Honestly, I feel like whoever took the shot, it doesn't really matter because there's bigger things at play here. And now my throat's starting to go, yep. Walking on eggshells. Communication. Mother. I need more information. Burden. self-sabotage. This has got something to do with Tupac's mom, too. It's... Okay, is it possible she slept with a politician? Or, like, you know, in doing all of her Black Panther... I don't exactly understand how it works. But in doing that, could she have met, like... Because I'm almost seeing, like, someone go up to her and, like, shake her hand, and he's, like, charming and in a suit, but he's actually crooked as fuck. I feel like his mom might have gotten in bed with a bad guy. Maybe literal, maybe metaphorical. I don't know. But it's almost like that was the beginning of the end. Because it's like, we got rats everywhere. That's why I keep being drawn to a boat with a bunch of holes in it. Because it's like, this boat's going to sink. There's too many holes. There's a hole in the mom tribe, because it seems like she made friends with a politician or something. And then Tupac's got moles in his tribe. You got Suge, who's like, well, we'll scare him so he'll stay with us. Like, there's a bunch of people that want him gone. This is wild. There's too many moving parts, y'all. So I can't really tell you who finalized it. It could have been Keefe, but if so, it was just a phone call he picked up. This was not a gang thing. I shouldn't have said that. This was not emotional. This was, you're elevating people of color. We can't have that. That's what this is. That's so fucked up. I do think Biggie was happy that he was gone, though. I do think their feud was semi-true, to an extent. Because what I'm seeing is, like, rap battles, and it's like, fuck you then. Like, but if anybody was worrying if Biggie was involved, I don't think so. I don't feel it. This is giving me more of the vibe of, like, maybe Keefe was promised something. Like, if you do this, we'll elevate you in some status. Because Knight of Cups right next to the King of... Knight of Swords. Was he not invited to parties? And then he got invited to parties after or something? I wonder if he had an elevation in status after this. Yeah. 5 of Cups. There were so many snakes in his swamp. I don't know, y'all. You're going to have to let me know if you want me to do a part 2, because there's just so many moving people in this. I already repeated everything. Y'all know where I'm at. Conflict, rivals, embarrassed. Could he have taken the fall? There's 2 ways this could have gone down with Keefe. Either he took the fall, or he got the phone call, but it was just like, I have to do this. It's nothing personal. He got a call. There's a call here. There's a phone call. It wasn't his choice. It was 100% the powers that be. Because look at how in this deck, the Emperor is ruling over the world. But back deck being conflict, judgment, reverse, the public, Ace of Wands, this is our chance. Keep being drawn to the red, which reminds me of the... Are they painting this out as like, this was a battle of colors? Because no. It's almost like, you know what I'm being drawn to is the JFK video I did where they're like, it's this one guy, and what I was actually seeing was, again, he was too powerful, and so another version of this took him out. I'm getting that same energy, but it's like, put the blame on someone else. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, blame it on the alcohol. Obviously it's not the alcohol, but Keefe might have with the Ace of Wands, but honestly, I'm so confused with how many people are involved in this that even if he did take the shot, it doesn't matter because he's not the one calling the shots. The dooch. Okay. Yeah, because there he is. Okay. Outside factors. Ignoring intuition. Either he took the rep for this because he's afraid of somebody, or he did do it, but he was answering someone's call. This was not something... Yeah, because look... I heard bribery when I looked at that card. Death in the reverse. I don't think he wanted to. If he did do it, this was a money thing and a phone call. Yeah, there was too many people after him, y'all. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna leave it here, besties. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. I wouldn't be opposed to that because Tupac is the GOAT. But yeah, it just feels like there's so many different people involved in this. It's not cut and dry. It's not like, you know, when I do a true crime and it's like, yeah, the husband killed her. Like, it's not. There's too many. There's moles. There's friends that aren't friends. There's girlfriends that aren't girlfriends. And there's connections that there shouldn't be. Like, I feel like his mom might have got in bed with a politician or something. Now, I don't know if that was intentional or not. Maybe he was just a smooth operator. I don't know. But Mom had moles in her tribe. Tupac had moles in his tribe. His friends weren't his friends. His girlfriend, I mean, she could have, I feel like she had feelings for him, which is why it feels kind of Hailey Bieber-y. So I don't know if she necessarily wanted him gone or if she was just another one of many patsies. But I'm going to tell you right now, it stems from something way higher up. Like, even if Diddy was the one that made the call, it doesn't matter because it's stemming from someone higher than Diddy. I'm telling you, I feel like... Hold on. All right, so I'm going to say music producers, okay? The people that produce the music. The ones that, like, own the labels. I said what I said. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. I'm sorry that I had to, you know, mute a lot of the words that I'm saying, but I'm tired of getting in trouble. So I'm over it. If you guys enjoyed this reading, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. If you're looking to book a private reading with me, the link to my website is in the description box below. All of the decks that I use are in the description box below. Any related videos, everything you could ever need is where, besties. It's in the description box. Absolutely. So I'm going to leave it here. This is all alleged. There are zero facts, all opinion. But yeah, stay blessed, stay free, stay out of the industry. Make your dreams come true somewhere else. And I will see you guys in my next videos. Thank you so much for watching.